Hello and welcome to my new wigging tutorial. It's for intermediate Blender users because it's not so super easy, but it's not complicated. So today I want to show you how I made this tow truck wig. So we animate the violet thing here. So I don't want to waste your time. Let's get right started. Here you see the project we will do today. And you see the orange bar here is exactly what we try to do. So we're going to start with a brand new file here, and I go to side view. Then I say Shift A, armature, single bone. I go to the armature settings, viewport display, and say in front that I see something. GY holding control, moving to the left here, go in edit mode. Select the tail, GZ holding control and move this up. Then selecting the tail here of the bone again, EY and holding control and moving this to there. And then I add another bone here, so EZ1. And this one I call rotator because we're gonna animate this. And this one I call track to no, it's I'm sorry, this is IK controller. And I need another bone, so I go to edit mode, the edge select mode, select that edge, Shift S, cursor to select it. And then on the armature again, edit mode, Shift A, and now I have here track to target bone. So I name these track 2. And I copy that, Y, control, and then GZ, and then just the tail, GY, and then GZ. And this one I call stretchy. And another bone EY, and now I need here the length of the bone. I go to N and look, it's 12. So I select this and I enter 12. And now I want to have an IK constraint. So I go in pose mode, select this, Shift I, and then to active bone. Now I have an IK here. And we need a chain length of 2 because it should go until here, but this one shouldn't move at all. So I choose here the XYZ Euler mode. In inverse kinematics, I say lock all rotation and give it a stretch. So the first one is already ready, and this is of course the IK bone. And this is the track 2 bone. So we go in pose mode again and give them at bone constraint track 2. Self, I have track 2, yeah. And now I'm gonna go here, change to XYZ Euler and say, yeah, let's see X. So I insert a keyframe here, go to frame 40 and give 9 and keyframe here. Then I select here all, Shift E, linear extrapolation. And now I got here infinity movement, infinity rotation. That's exactly what I want. Now I need, in the object mode, I need another object. And I say Shift C to move the cursor in the middle. And I say Shift A, mesh plane. And here it is. I go in the local mode here. And now I can move the plane in edit mode. GY1, so that this is very important that my origin is here. The next important thing is that it is as long as my two bones here, and it's length 12. So I go to my plane again and need 12 longer. So I say GY10, and now it should be length of 12. Yeah, 12. That's great. And now we give A and E to give it a little bit thickness here. And here we got it. What the thickness? The thickness is .02. Okay. GZ.02. So I need it that way. So now we want to parent this to this and this bone. How do we do this? Very easily. We go to object constraint and we say child of, and then we choose the armature. And one time we choose the track2 bone and the IK. And as you can see, if I now choose here the bone track2, it looks wrong, but just press on clear inverse. And if I now make this, you see it's on the wrong side. I want it here. So that way it should be. And that's because that bone here is in the wrong direction. So all I have to do is copy that bone and do it in the other direction. So I extrude here a new bone. I select here and this one, Shift S, cursor to selected, and then I say here, Shift S, selection to cursor. And now I have here exactly the right bone, and I call this my parent. So I know I have to parent to this, and I go back to my object view, and instead of selecting track the bone, I check here parent. And now you see it's on the right side, so it's sliding on the floor. That's our one thing, which is correct. And the other one, we parent to this here. This is our track 2. So we go in edit mode again, in object mode, I'm sorry. And we disable here the child of, and we add another child of. And we add the armature, and as I told you, we take the track 2 bone. And again, we say clear inverse. Right, it's right, it slides there. Yeah, it's perfect. So that's what we want. And now we want to change, to toggle between this and this, because as you can see here, oops, this is white, this is a white one, but if we now look here, now it shouldn't this be the child, but this should be the child. So we have to make a decision when we toggle this, and we can do this with this influence here, that's no problem. So we add a driver to the influence. And how do we know when we change? Very easy. We add here a bone, EZ1, and this bone is our, so to say, decision maker. So we call it decision maker, and we add in object mode an icosphere and make it smaller, and we parent the icosphere to our decision maker. So like this, Control P, bone, and select this guy, Shift S, cursor to select it. Then I select my icosphere, Shift S, selection to cursor, and you see it moves with it. And now we parent this guy here. In the influence, we say add driver, and here we say we search for the icosphere, and we want the Z location. and we call this that location, and here we say, oops, it closed that window, and here we say that log bigger 0 update. And as you can see, if I play the animation here, now it's 1 because the icosphere is above 0 Z location. And if this icosphere is lower than 0, you see, it's 0. And exactly on the opposite, we need here the other influence. So we go here and we say copy driver, we go here, we say paste driver, and here we change just these bigger to smaller equal. Update dependency, and now this should hopefully work. Oh, I did not enable here the child off. So let's try again. And you see I did exactly the wrong way around. So I go and edit again. Oops, edit. So this less or equal update, and this must be added bigger 0 update dependency. Okay, let's see. And you see, now it works. Now we just have to choose a nice start position because this is not how the car should be towed, but here we can start it from here. And then until it's, I say, something like here. Then we end the location, the animation, and now we have exactly the tow truck we want to have. Of course, you can now always change example given this one here, the bone, and then you will have another animation. It looks a little bit different. You see now it's higher, but of course it works. Of course now you have to change the end a little bit more, but it works exactly like before, and you see that's exactly what we wanted, and that's what I wanted to show you. I hope you learned something. I hope you like it. Have fun.